Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a full house here at Anthony's Pizza. In front of me is a whole sea of green and gold. It's the Winchester Royals. Come on.
Turn up.
See, you can hear the crowd. It's getting exciting. So glad you're with us. Anthony's Pizza in Stevens City, Virginia, our gracious hosts. I'm Josh Kirby, the Kirby on Sports podcast. I'm joined first by Ethan Barrett.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Doing well. Just out here having some fun, eating some pizza, living life.
And Ron Davis.
Yo.
Good to see you, Ron. How you been?
Been good. How about you?
Good. So I apologize if I don't remember, but what position are you and where do you currently go to school?
Yeah, I'm a right-handed pitcher. I spent my last 2 years at Johnson University in Knoxville, Tennessee, and now I'm going to West Virginia Tech up in Beckley, West Virginia.
And Ron recently committed to Jackson State. I know that was very recent. What was that like for you?
It was a blessing, finally D1. You ready to go compete at a high level.
There you go. So 2 players in the Royals arsenal of pitchers. Ron, you usually do the closing duties. I believe you've started, if I'm correct, or are you usually out of the pen?
I'm usually out of the pen.
Yeah.
I'm like the 7th to 8th, and then Ron will come in and clean up the dirty work.
So tell me a little bit. It's very fascinating, the art of pitching when it comes to the Valley Baseball League, because I feel like there are players coming in, coming out. You don't see the same faces all the time, if you get what I mean. So when it comes to the Valley League, and I'll start with you, Ethan, just in terms of pitching to opponents, how do you sort of game plan for that? Or are you just going out and just doing what you do best?
Yeah, you just got to trust how you prepare at the end of the day. My personal thing, I just try to go out there and attack early because you got to kind of know what kind of pitcher you are. We got strikeout guys like, for instance, Ron. He's going to get more strikeouts than me naturally. So I'll just try to attack people. I try to go right at them because one of the most important things coming out of the bullpen, you just try to attack people. No matter how much they see me, you got to think hitting's hard to do. So I was trying to make them beat me, and I try to locate my pitches. And it's kind of like the Greg Maddux, definitely not as good as him, but just try to hit your spots, keep guys off balance, and do what you can.
Ron, you're usually the closer. You come in those key clutch moments. You've had one thrilling finish to a game, and it looks like you're putting in some really hard work. What's it like being in your role as a closer for the Royals so far this season?
As a closer, you definitely don't want to go out there and blow the save. Your coach trusts you to put you out there. For instance, me, I came out. It was 1-0, yeah, and I wanted to go out there and attack hitters off the rip. I didn't want to walk anybody, give anybody a free pass, so I just came out there prepared mentally, and I just went out and physically, and we ended up on top, and we got the dub, and we got to celebrate and win in the win column.
I feel like that was a really great win against Charlottesville, only 1-0. So far. Most recently, the Royals on a 3-game winning streak, but dropping 2 to Culpeper and Woodstock. They've been hot games, obviously, but looking at another 2-game skid, how do you try to reel your team back in and just in your positions as pitchers going out to do the best job that you all can to just try to get some more wins in the win column?
Yeah.
I think with this day off, it gives us the time to just, rekindle and get back focused. I feel like, tomorrow and the next day after that, we'll be, back to normal. Just playing so many games, it's a grind in the summer. So we just got to, stay focused and get back out there and ready and compete.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, me personally, I think it kind of starts on the mound. It starts establishing strikes, and if you're having a problem do that, it goes to the box. The hitters had a rough time the other day, so that kind of led into that no-hit game where we kind of lost. But those kind of things happen in baseball. So when you get on a 2-game skid, you just kind of have to reset, flush it, get back to what you know, go to the fundamentals. Hitters attack early, pitchers attack early, and see what happens.
Minus this event here at Anthony's with the Winchester Royals. And if you are not out here, come on out. Anthony's Pizza, Stevens City, Virginia, 161 Warrior Drive. With sort of a day off, you have a little bit of time to recuperate. I know some players are helping out with the Royals baseball camp, which is sold out, and which is huge though. But other than that, you pretty much have the whole day to rest, recuperate, whatever you can. How huge is it to have an off day, knowing your next day off isn't until like July 4th?
Yeah, I mean, just having that stretch where we had a lot of games back to back every day, having an off day is really crucial for recovery, because you never know when the next time you're going to have a recovery day, with summer ball. So today, I mean, a lot of the guys, we went to the pool, we relaxed and just, sat there and just tried to, re-energize ourselves, get ready for tomorrow, and then the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day after that, and then the day after that.
That pool must have felt nice today.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right?
It did. Yeah, it did.
So, I mean, just what's the support been like? 2 out-of-towners coming in, and you get some big crowds. And obviously, the one game I believe against Waynesboro, where it was F-call night, you had all the Little League travel teams coming out. What was that like to sort of see that and just the fan base around Winchester?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Winchester's done a really good job supporting us as a whole. I've definitely been out rocking a Winchester Royals hat at night, maybe getting some food, and you play for the Royals, and fans love interacting with us. I love to keep coming out. I love signing baseballs. We love all that stuff. So far, so good. I really have no complaints about how they've showed up so far this season.
Oh yeah, I love Winchester, man. I love it. Fans, the kids, everybody. I love it, and I will hope to come back next year.
No, that's really cool. As college baseball players, sort of, what's like the process? Have you ever heard of the Royals before joining on, or how does that sort of work?
Yeah, so choosing a summer ball team, a lot goes into, at least for me. So luckily, my dad lives in the area, so I've actually attended Royals games as kids. So I kind of know what the kids like, how they look up to us, which I find pretty cool. That kind of shoes a flip flop. But yeah, I've definitely heard of the Valley League. It's one of the top 10 leagues in the country, for sure. So when I ended up getting an offer from Winchester, I had to jump on it because I hear always great things about the Royals.
What about you, Ron?
My process started back in February. I walked in my coach's office, and first thing he asked me, he was like, "Do you want to play summer ball?" And I was like, "Yeah, why not?" Me being a freshman, I didn't even know what summer ball was. I didn't even know, we could play summer ball, But he played for the Royals back, I think in like 2009, and he played actually under Burke, I believe, or he played in this league. And he got me in contact with Coach Burke, and they gave me an offer, and I came down here and trying to compete and go at it.
That's good. That's really good. So before we get off for a short commercial break to let these guys eat, whatnot, tell us where we can find you on social media and follow your work, not just in the Valley League, but throughout.
Yeah, Instagram's _Ethan_Barrett_. Post basically everything on there. So, yeah.
And Ron Davis, the commit to Jackson State.
Yes, sir. My Instagram is RonDavis9XX on Instagram. So, yeah, follow me. Give me a like, give me a follow, and just enjoy what I post.
And what's unique about Ron, before we wrap this segment up, the pink glove. That's just fire, man.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic.
It's something, I don't know. It's something about pink. I have a pink backpack. I got a pink glove. I mean, just pink in general, just a good color to me. And I don't know. I like it.
Absolutely. Gentlemen,
on the team.
Really appreciate you all coming out for this, and
yes,
thank you for joining us. We're going to take a quick break. We got some more interviews coming right here on the Kirby on Sports podcast. For sports fans living in condominium and homeowners associations, as well as business professionals, when you need a reserve study, PM Plus Reserves has been in business since 1990. Their studies are accurate and easy to understand. Check them out when your association needs a study. www.pmplusreserves.com. You can also contact them at 703-803 8436. Once again, www.pmplusreserves.com. Is it finally time to upgrade your home's interior? How about with an authentic farm table made locally from recycled barnwood? Shenandoah Primitives, based right here in Winchester, Virginia, makes farm tables, benches, tables, coffee tables, and a long list of other items for your home decorating needs. At Shenandoah Primitives, function and style are combined for great furniture that will last generations. If you're interested in combining the industrial look of metal with wood, or considering something incredibly unique with a live edge, Shenandoah Primitives turns those ideas into reality. Thinking about a mirror, wine rack, or other accent piece for your home, Shenandoah Primitives can assist with that as well. As a local small business, Shenandoah Primitives is happy to work with each client for a custom design or schedule an appointment to come out and view current inventory. Local, high-quality, handmade items can be found at Shenandoah Primitives. Find us on Facebook and Instagram or visit us at www.shenandoahprimitives.com. Once again, that's www.shenandoahprimitives.com. We're back. Anthony's Pizza, home of the Warrior. We have a sea of green and gold. The Winchester Royals have invaded Anthony's Pizza in Stephen City. I'm now with AJ LaBruciano and Connor Chansey. Gentlemen, how are we?
Great, full. Had a half a pizza, some Powerade.
How'd you like the pizza?
Very good pizza here at
Yeah,
Anthony's
very
Pizza
good
in
pizza.
Stephen City.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
it? How's the off day for you all?
Not bad, got up, worked the camp, had some little studs going around, playing some ball. Pretty good day so far.
So, did you work camp too?
I did work.
You
camp,
got,
yeah.
so directed to both of you, starting with you, AJ. What's it like, sort of giving back? First and foremost, this camp for the Winchester Royals has sold out, at least for this session, from what I've been told. So, a lot of people eager to learn from some Winchester Royals. What's that like? Getting the opportunity to teach the younger generation of potential future baseball players and maybe players who might want to play for the Winchester Royals. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, they're young kids, so they're just seeing them play the game and have fun with it. Like, it's the most pure form of the sport. These little kids are just out there, they're having fun. It's not super serious yet, and the fact that they're looking towards me, and I mean, I know Chansey here is a part of the coaching staff with our little 6 and 7 year old group today. So like being able to teach them, they were having fun and inspiring them. Hopefully they come to Royals games, and we want to see them there.
And what about you? What's it like, sort of coaching them up, and what drills and stuff have you been working on?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I think it's great to get back to the game that gave so much to me, and like for me personally, I'm a pitcher, so I like going through like a lot of kids as they're younger. One of the hardest things for them to learn is how to throw properly. So like yesterday, me and another teammate Vince were working with them, just like proper throwing mechanics and stuff like that. Just making sure they really get the basics down before we go into anything more advanced.
So it's been pretty hot too. So you got to
Absolutely.
take that into account. Not only your day off working camp, but
Yeah.
still keeping hydrated. I imagine that's a huge aspect in the recovery before another long stretch.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know at camp today we had to do 15 minutes on and 5 minutes off. Got to keep the little ones hydrated. We were there earlier with the Pedialyte, Powerade, Gatorade, water, just trying to replenish ourselves because we had a very long streak there with the Royals where we were playing I think it was 15 days in a row or something like that. So get a good rest day in. It's good to have one here and there.
What's that like? 15 games straight.
I mean, 15 games straight. It's a lot of baseball. It's a great thing that we have such good guys on this team. Seeing the same people every day, if they're not the right type of people that you want to be around, it gets miserable. But fortunately for us, I can attest, I love every single one of these guys on this team, and it's been fun to get to know them and interact with them on a daily basis.
As a pitcher, what's it like for you? 15, not every night, I would imagine you're on the mound, but still, what's that like for you?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely tough on your body. You come out, you got to get your own work in every single day. Like you may not be pitching that night, but you still have to get your throwing in or your bullpen in or whatever it may be. So making sure you get your stuff in and don't get really lost in the whole mix of so many games is really important. That's for sure.
So starting with the pitching staff, it seems like a lot of great arms on the team. What's it like being around such a great group of guys with the pitching staff, not just the starting pitchers, but closers, relievers, relief pitchers, what have you?
Yeah, absolutely. Like being around a group of guys like so advanced as this group here, it's really like eye-opening to see like what other guys are doing, and like a lot of guys are doing similar stuff to me, and like I'm being able to learn new things to add into my routine as well. So it's really nice thing to have and to learn from these guys and bond with them.
I know the lineup, AJ, sort of changes night in and night out. Obviously, trying to find a rhythm, I would imagine it's kind of hard in the Valley League, but I've seen you up to bat a lot. What's it like for you, the 15 days straight with maybe more games you're in the lineup?
Yeah, no, I mean, just when you play the game and you have to go back to back and stuff like that, you start to get a little sore here and there. So it's important that you're eating right, drinking enough water, getting some bed and stuff like that. So recovering that on a nightly basis, but then also if you're not in the lineup, doing everything that you can do to maximize that day where you're not going to be playing, get enough work in the cage, get there for early work to take your ground balls, get your lifts in and stuff like that. You want to try to get into a routine and a rhythm and find yourself that have things that are constant throughout your day.
Sounds like the most success too is the early work and the opportunities to work outside of the scheduled time. I feel like assistant coach Pete Tula is huge in that role, helping you unlocking the field early, getting that work in. I'm not sure if it's the same for the pitchers as well, but how huge is it the opportunity to work on your craft more when there are opportunities available?
Yeah, no, I mean, thankfully, Shenandoah University lets us use their field, and they have great facilities and all that stuff. But, yeah, like you said, Pete Tula has been great. He's been there every single day early, setting up the field, setting up buckets, cages, ready to pick. You can pick his mind at any point of the day. He's there late at night, one of the last people to leave. He's great. He knows a lot about baseball. He knows more than basically everyone else out there when it comes to just hitting and fielding and all that stuff. So he's a great baseball mind, and I think a lot of the success that position players have this year is because of Pete and the work he's put in for us.
So, gentlemen, 2-game skid, unfortunately, trying to bounce back after the off day back at home on Thursday. What's kind of the mindset going into this next big stretch?
I mean, it's definitely a really sucky situation to have to lose 2 games after just run rolling 2 really good teams. But I mean, I think the biggest thing for us is having this off day. It's in a good situation for us. We can really rejuvenate, regroup, and then go into this next stretch of games like fully just reset and have it treated as like a clean slate for us.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's baseball. It's a sport that's so weird and so random, and anything can happen at any point on any day. Unfortunately, we got the butt end of the stick the last 2 times, but I mean, that's the great thing about playing so many days in a row and getting so many different opportunities. We can always bounce back in the next couple of hours, and we'll be playing here within the next 24 hours. So it's good. We got another opportunity to come out there and get a win.
Tell the fans where they can find you and follow your careers, not just with the Royals, but from afar as well after.
Yeah, so I'm going into my senior year at Rider University. We're up in New Jersey. We're about 45 minutes away from Philadelphia, so I got one more season there, and then after that, I'm looking into getting into coaching at the college level as well. So trying to impact some more lives. Like Chancey said earlier, baseball's been so good to me, and it's impacted my life in a lot of different ways. So I want to be able to give that back to a new generation of players.
And where are you at again?
I'm going to West Liberty University. I'm going to be going to my sophomore year. We're located in like Wheeling, West Virginia. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, really appreciate the time. Thank you so much for coming on. This is the Kirby on Sports podcast, and we're back with more in a moment. The Winchester Royals are out here in full force. Ladies and gentlemen, come out to Anthony's Pizza if you haven't already. Great deals going on, merch for sale, autographs, what have you. Let's have some fun. Come on out. We'll be back in a moment right here on the Kirby on Sports podcast.
Bed bugs. The only thing creepier than thinking about them is actually having them. Trust me, you don't want to have them. Locally owned and operated Barrett Pest and Termite Services can keep you from having bed bug nightmares and infestations. Call 540-340-3922 to schedule your free inspection and consultation. If bed bugs are already in your home, we'll get rid of them so you can rest easy. We also specialize in keeping homes and businesses free of other pests, including rodents and termites. That's Barrett Pest and Termite Services, 540-340-3922.
Hey there, Kirby on Sports and Podcast fans. Mark Francis with Icon Real Estate here for you. Remember, if you have any real estate needs, buying or selling, I'm your guy. I would love to help you out. And you can also find me on my own personal podcast, Iconic Talk, where you get a chance to learn about the local real estate market and why Winchester is an amazing place to live. Reach out to me anytime, 540-247-1527, and find Iconic Talk anywhere you get your podcasts.
Back at Anthony's Pizza, you got a crowd. Got the local kid Bodie pulling from James Wood High School, playing for the Winchester Royals outfield, and Nick Avignano, first baseman, usually pretty stacked, can hit 1 yard, probably a couple. How you boys feeling?
Feel great. Long summer, but having fun.
How's the off day for you?
Much needed.
What about you, Nick?
Yeah, much needed off day. It's great to get here with the boys and hang out, eating some pizza. But yeah, I mean, we're just hanging out, having a good time. We needed this off day. It's great, and yeah.
Yeah, and how huge is an off day? Because I think it was AJ said 15 straight.
Yeah, 15 straight. That's hard on the body.
And I know you're in the lineup a good bit, Nick. So what's that like for you? A consistent contributor for the Winchester Royals, and you're going out there producing great work, and you're 15 games straight essentially.
Yeah, I mean, 15 games straight is a lot for anyone. I mean, I know most of these guys have done it at their schools and stuff. So it's a lot on the body. It's a lot on the mind. I mean, you got to be in the right mindset. You got to have people to back you. And it's a big part with these guys. These guys are always behind me for anything I do. And I appreciate that.
What's it like for you, Bodie? A local hometown kid. Your dad coaches at James Wood. You went to James Wood. You only play at Shepherd University. So more familiarity. What's that like for you?
Just fun being able to play in Winchester again. Haven't played here since like 2022, since I was in high school. Got great teammates, so super fun to be able to play in front of the hometown again.
And how huge is it having Coach Burke coaching the Royals? I know obviously back when you played, he was coaching at Millbrook, but still he's very familiar and you both know each other very well.
Yeah, we have a great relationship. I've played against him, played for him. So it was super easy coming in here and not having to really get to know my coach. I've already got a great relationship with him.
And what's it like for you, Nick? The coaching staff is excellent out here in Winchester, putting the best product out on the field, and it goes to show. But what's that like in your mind from coming out of town?
Well, having coaches like Pete, Jenkins, and Coach Burke especially, they really know how to win and want to win. And it's not just like a joke around here. So it's a great time. Even especially me, I don't like to lose. Neither do they. And you can tell, like, they're not just here to just mess around. They're here to win. And that's a great – bring Winchester the wins, bring the fans be coming, and we love it. So
I know, obviously, touching on the 2-game skid after winning the last 3, how do you look to sort of get out of that slump early so it doesn't snowball into more L's and turn them into W's in the win column?
I'll tell you what, with our coaches and what they've been telling us is just forget about it, right? We've done it before. We've had 3-game wins. We've had 2-game losses. It all means the same thing, right? We're going to bounce back. This off day is much needed. We're going to get our minds right. We're going to get our bodies right. And we're going to come back harder than ever.
Thanks.
He agrees. Have you both been working camp at all?
Yes. Camp's been a great time. Kids are fun. Bodie hasn't been working.
I got the next one.
Yeah, Bodie's got the next camp. I had this camp. But it's been great. They've been learning a lot, and it's a great time. And if you guys ever heard about the camp and haven't gotten into the camp, you should get into it.
Doing a lot of drills and stuff with the kid. What's that like, sort of giving back?
It's great. I love giving back to this community. It's a great community. I love when they come out to the games, and all the kids, I hope to see them at the games as well. So get a foul ball for a free Freezy Pop.
He coined it, a foul ball for a free Freezy Pop. You can do that at Winchester Royals games. So that's a lot of fun. We're here at Anthony's Pizza, the sea of green and gold. We're still here. We got merch for sale, discounts on food, autographs, you name it. Come out to Anthony's Pizza in Stevens City. Gentlemen, thank you again. Appreciate you all. And
Stay loyal.
Stay loyal. Stay loyal. Yeah.
Stay loyal.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we're going to take another quick break, and we are back with more in a moment right here on the Kirby on Sports podcast.
It's Jason, General Manager at Shenandoah Music, here to tell you all about...
Jay, what are you doing here?
Well, Matt, I'm trying to tell the people about our selection of guitars, basses, keyboards, drum sets.
I know that, but I always do the radio spots.
You get to have all the fun. I want to tell everyone about our huge selection, unbeatable prices, unmatched service, and in-depth knowledge.
Jay, I really don't think now is the time to discuss.
So remember, folks, when you think music, think Shenandoah Music in Winchester.
That's my line.
The Cider House is now open on East Piccadilly Street in downtown Winchester. The Cider House is open starting at noon Wednesday to Sunday. Stop in for a wide variety of ciders on draft, as well as 4 Virginia beers, wine, and ready-to-drink canned cocktails. Don't miss our lunch specials featuring our house salad. We also have dinner specials too. Stop in today at the Cider House, located on Piccadilly Street in downtown Winchester.
It's Jason, General Manager at Shenandoah Music, here to tell you all about...
Jay, what are you doing here?
Well, Matt, I'm trying to tell the people about our selection of guitars, basses, keyboards, drum sets.
I know that, but I always do the radio spots.
You get to have all the fun. I want to tell everyone about our huge selection, unbeatable prices, unmatched service, and in-depth knowledge.
Jay, I really don't think now is the time to discuss.
So remember, folks, when you think music, think Shenandoah Music in Winchester.
That's my line.
All right, we are back at Anthony's Pizza. Still a little bit of festivities left, but I'm joined by the Skip, head coach Brian Burke, and assistant coach Pete Tula. We've reached an off day, so we were able to plan this first and foremost. Coach Pete, thanks for coming out. This seemed like a pretty fun turnout so far.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's been good. Thanks to Anthony's Pizza here in Stephen City for hosting us tonight. It's been a great event, great turnout with the players, and we're excited to do these types of things in the community.
Getting more out and involved in the community, it seems like a bullet point for you and the organization this year. Events on the Walking Mall for the Brew Festival, Hop Blossom, and the Kids Fest, and doing stuff like this, getting out and about. I know you're in the thick of your season, but getting out and about like this, how huge is that for you?
It's important that people put face with the team a little bit, and also, I think I've said it before, Josh, is that we have a lot of people that are moving into the Winchester, Frederick County area that may not even know about us. This is a rapidly growing area. And so I think it's good to push out into community events and be seen. Gives an opportunity for our players to meet and greet local people. And so it was a point of emphasis for us as a coaching staff to have these opportunities and get the guys out.
It's awesome. Burke, I just have to add too, when you're not always available in a sense because you have work obligations getting to the field more closer to game time. You have your prime assistant, Pete, who's there opening the field earlier for your players to get as much work as possible. Where'd you find this legend?
Well, Blake Vanderveer, who's one of our assistants that comes in on the weekend. We originally had talked to Blake about it, and he's in a very good spot with what he's doing out in Gaithersburg, Maryland. And, Pete worked with Blake, played with Blake. Is that right?
Yes. I played with Blake Vanderveer, and I was also his full-time hitting coach during his professional career. So me and Blake know each other now for about 6 years.
Yeah, so Blake says, I got this guy, you're not going to go wrong. And, Pete and I talked on the phone, and, we're starting to think alike now through 20 games, and it's kind of strange. Scott Jenkins and I have been together for years, and, I expect it there, but 20 games in, Pete and I are starting to almost carbon copy lineups. When we begin to talk about them, it's become a strange thing in our office.
Yeah, I mean, the behind the scenes work, you look at the Valley League, and it's not like you show up at a ball field and play baseball. There is a lot of work that you all put in that I've seen that is incredible. So I think it's very cool, the bond between you two, that it's starting to be like you're on the same page. What works best for this Royals team to get victory on the field? But Pete, turning to you, you're opening up the field early, getting hitters in to get work done. It seems like you coach them up a lot. What's this been like for you early on in the thick of things here in Winchester coaching?
Oh, it's been awesome. I mean, it's been an awesome experience. It's something, when I was back coaching this spring at my school, Bethany College, like I couldn't wait to get down here. Something I was very excited for, just to be around, on average, a little bit higher talent down here and whatnot of college baseball, but also just be around a great group of guys and just really get after it every day.
And, we got to discuss sort of the season. I'd just like to touch on it. 3 very impressive games, but unfortunately 2 losses back to back. Can you sort of touch on, starting with you, Coach, just what it's like having 3 very impressive performances and coming out and sort of losing in that fashion? I know it's not what you want to see and going to the drawing board to get the best lineup, but what do you make out of the most recent set of games not that long ago?
So it's a grind. It's going to happen. It's baseball. Anyone that follows the game closely understands that, Major League Baseball is kind of the same way. When you don't have many days off and you're playing consistently 7-8 days in a row, I'm not even sure what number we're at now, 13 straight. Eventually things like that are going to happen where the bats go silent or the pitching's not what it should be on a given night. We made a few errors last night, which is uncommon for us as well. So, eventually these things are gonna happen in a long season and playing every day. It was quite simply post game talk last night was enjoy your day off. We needed this. And so, coming off of what we did in that 3-game stretch to compared to what we've done the past 2, it's a little bit of weather. It's a little bit of coming game 12 and 13 of the stretch, and it's going to happen. So, it's baseball. It's the grind. It's what these guys have got to figure out, that they've got to bring their A game on a daily basis. But it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
As the head coach for the Royals in your first season as head coach, I know you've been in numerous different roles, and I'm not trying to paint this like it's something more than it is, but you recently let Scott Jenkins coach third base. You're in the dugout managing the game a lot better. Do you think that helps in a sense? What can you tell us from that aspect?
So we did it more out of just changing it up a little bit because, we would win 1, lose 2, win 2, lose 1. And so we just switched it up right in the middle of a game. After 3 innings, we hadn't scored, hadn't gotten a hit. And I went to grab my helmet, and Scott's in the third base box. And he goes, "Why not? Let's try it." For the last 4 years of my career at Millbrook, Scott was in the third base box. And as you said, Josh, it does allow things to happen in the dugout. It allows me time to talk with players that are coming in after an at-bat. It allows me to sort of look forward, as to what's coming up and what changes might be needed or what we're going to stay with. So a little bit of more game management for me is allowed in the dugout, and it's working. Scott's very experienced there.
And it seems like for you, Coach Pete Tula, you're just as vocal as Coach Burke in a sense, but when it comes to the hitting aspect.
Yes, absolutely. Energy and passion is definitely the name of my coaching style. And it's definitely even hyper and even more when I'm in the spring season at school. Here it's a little bit more relaxed, just in the sake of, we're trying to really work on development with guys and get their reps in so we can send them back to their school in the fall and be better. But however, we still got to bring intensity every single day. And, the guys like it. These guys are young guys. They feed off that. They have a lot of high energy themselves. So it makes it easy for me. The heat, I think the last 2 days did kind of take a toll on our energy. But at the end of the day, we talked as position players as a group, as much as it sucks, we do got to dig through it a little bit. We're not the only team dealing with it. Everybody here is. And as brutal as it can be, it is what it is. It is. We can't plan, or you can't plan the weather, but we can prepare for it, right? So I think as long as we just take a good mindset with it, we'll be all right going forward.
And to my understanding, you're still kind of early birds with the camps you're working. Tell us a little bit about the camps and how that's been going so far.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Camp's been going great. Got a big turnout this year compared to last year from what I've heard, and it's going really well. The players are really liking it. I think the kids have really liked it so far. I think we have a really good layout right now. Fortunately, the heat has taken an hour off of our camp each day, which has not been fun for it. And I know the campers miss out on an hour, and it stinks for all of us, but got to keep the kids safe. So far, I think it's going really well.
No, I was just going to say it's, we got 75 kids in camp. I think we've got 12 players working the camp right now, and it's going smoothly. It's Pete puts the schedule together for us on for each day, and we have our players execute the plan.
Yeah, it's really great to see another community initiative you're pushing in the sense of having your players sign up to come work these camps and being taught these kids by Royals players. How huge is that?
I mean, with guys coming in from out of town, and this is a very good baseball community. It's great to have these guys here, and it allows for local little league or Cal Ripken Babe Ruth League kids to come in and participate in a game that they're learning about, and our guys are so passionate about, and it's an opportunity for them to be on the other side and learn what coaching's about.
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. So, just overall, starting with you, Bert, just your first season, how's it been just overall for you so far?
I mean, I'm loving every minute of it. I would like for us to try to figure out how to string some together. And, it's been, we're sitting at 10-10 after 20 games. And, obviously we look back and there's some games that we lost that late that maybe we should have won, or games where we came out and just didn't have enough innings at the end to do things. But overall, it's been a great experience. I'm very lucky to be in the dugout with the Royals and be leading this team this summer. But yeah, it's been great. I mean, obviously, our biggest thing right now is trying to figure out how we can string some together, and the guys did such a great job in that 3-game stretch to go from sub 500 to get over 500. And now we're seeing a little bit of backslide, and that's kind of been our MO. So, string them together, maybe, if you can win 7 out of 10, we'll be in good shape. For you sort of look at the 42-game schedule, 40-game schedule, and break that down in quarters. And, we were 4-6 in the first 10. We were 6-4 in the second 10. And, probably should have been 8-2 in the second 10, to be honest with you. So, there's progress being made. These kids are coming to work hard every single day. We're working guys in and out of the lineup. Our pitchers are getting their opportunities as well. So, it's been a good thing. It's been a really good thing.
So, just looking ahead collectively to the future, a home game tomorrow, obviously, but more camps going on, 3 weeks worth of camps. And in July, I believe July 12th, the VBL All-Star Game too. So something to look forward to. With that, another opportunity to get sort of a mini break there and some athletes shine, hopefully a lot from the Winchester Royals.
Yeah, so the league votes on that, who makes the All-Star Game, who's going to play at that game. That Sunday, it's at JMU. On the 12th, I think, as you mentioned, and we do have some off days following that, and everyone's working towards that. Everyone came in hoping to have that opportunity to play that extra game, and I think we're representing well. I think we'll have several guys that have the potential to be named to that team, and it's another good thing that the league does, and the exposure that they get to the next level.
So, just sort of in closing, start with you, Pete, from an outsider coming into Winchester. For anybody listening, tuned into the live stream, why should somebody in this area come out to a Royals game?
Well, there's too many reasons for me to name, but if you love baseball and you want to see some quality baseball, you want a great environment, you want to be around a scenario where you're just going to have a great time, I think Winchester Royals is the best spot to be. Shenandoah Valley. I've absolutely fallen. I love being here. I love it. It's a dream come true. So I'm all for it. I think everybody should come out to a Royals game. I'd love to see the stands all the way packed, and the fans are definitely growing again here. I know there's a couple rough seasons the last few years, but it's been really nice to have some really quality home wins lately in front of some big crowds. So hopefully we just keep growing that.
And Burke, I'll just ask you the same thing. Why should somebody in this area come out to see your Winchester Royals?
Well, first and foremost, it's affordable to most people. With the admission prices, we're lucky to have games that are sponsored where it's free admission. It's affordable to go to the concession stand, and it's a good fan-friendly family environment. And the turnout has been decent, and I know the weather might have kept some people away from time to time, but playing at 7:00 this year, this summer has been great for us, and I think that's helped our turnout. But the atmosphere, the being able to see these kids play at a high level with a wooden bat in their hand, it's the same as going to a minor league game, but not cost as much, and it's in your backyard. I mean, it's right here 10 minutes from everybody. So
yeah, and just great atmosphere overall. I've had the privilege of coming to most games, covering it. The crowd's big, and you have some great baseball. Just overall in the Valley League, it just seems like anywhere you go to, it's a great baseball game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean I think the talent in this league is definitely up if we wanted to do some comparison to some previous years, but the talent level's up. And what's great about this too is you've got guys from big time Division I programs to junior college kids, and everyone's competing. And if you didn't look at rosters and schools, you wouldn't be able to pick out who came from, a high level Power 4 Division I compared to someone that's playing Division III baseball. I mean, Jamie Padilla is a prime example of that, and anybody that has followed Shenandoah University baseball knows the type of competitor that he is. And he's currently ranked, I think, 3 overall in the North Division in hitting right now, and not far behind that is a guy that played junior college ball and with Connor Guy, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. And when we recruited this team, we weren't necessarily looking to go big Division I. We wanted the kids that are gritty, the Division II, Division III, junior college kids, mid-major Division I kids that are gritty and blue collar type guys that feel like they want to come in and have something to prove. And I think that's what we've been able to get. And the way this team has come together in the first 20 games has been great to see too. It's a pretty close, tight-knit bunch of guys.
Yeah, and as the season goes on, from day one, you're bringing players in. You got to bring them together rather quickly, in a sense, to start gelling a bond and getting things on the right track, which it seems like this team is doing very well.
Yeah, and that's something you worry about in the beginning. What will be the makeup? What's kind of the message that these guys are going to send out to coaches and the community, and are they going to be able to play together as a team, or are they going to play, for me and me only, and worry about stats? And, I think we got the right guys, and, whether we win 19-0 or lose 15-2, these guys come ready to play and work hard, and it's been really good to see.
So Winchester Royals, they are back in action tomorrow, but still plenty of baseball left for the Winchester Royals. Coaches, anything else to add before we wrap things up?
Come out to the next home game tomorrow night, 7:00.
Yeah, we'd love to see. We're playing Strasburg tomorrow night, which they're sitting in second place right now. We're in third, so it'd be it's going to be a good baseball game. I think we trot out Cooper Campbell from VCU, who's had an extraordinary summer on the mound. I hope I didn't just jinx him, but we're excited to start this second half of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Gentlemen, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us here on the Kirby on Sports podcast and continued coverage of the Kirby on Sports podcast and the Winchester Royals for the rest of the season, and hopefully getting some good coverage of the Valley Baseball League All-Star game as well. So really looking forward to that, but can't thank you all enough.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you.